Hi everyone, and welcome back to my garden. There hasn't been a whole lot happening this month, but there are little signs here and there of the things to come. The most major update I have to report is that I have ordered a greenhouse and was told this week that it will be delivered and installed either Paddy's weekend or the week after. I ordered a 6-foot by 8-foot lean-to greenhouse as I want to put it where the garden room was, against the wall, to make use of the thermal mass of the concrete, which, if I understand right, will keep the greenhouse warmer for longer throughout the year. So that's all very exciting. The weather this month in general has been pretty appalling, to be honest. While there have been a few really sunny days, which have been absolutely stunning, and I got to see some crocuses coming out, but it's been a very, very, very wet month overall. I've never seen the water logging in the garden as bad as this. It's been lovely to see some signs of spring though. The snowdrops I planted in the green last year have come back, which was a lovely surprise. I knew they should, but it still surprises me when they do. And they've been coming on well. The muscari are back, and I think this year I will divide them when they are gone over to spread them about the garden better. The daffodil bulbs I planted in the ground, I think they're called tete-a-tete, are coming on, and the daffodils in pots outside the door are out already, as well as one tulip. The crocus and camassia bulbs I planted in the ground last year are also coming on, and the achillea that I got, called Love Parade, are also starting to grow too. One thing I noticed though is that the saxifrage I have looks kind of half dead. I wonder, did the extremes of the sun and heat last year kill part of the plant? So I'm just going to wait and see what happens with it. As I was saying in my last video, I'm thinking of extending the patio and installing a raised bed. So I've just been Googling images for inspiration. I'm thinking maybe a raised bed of brick would be better than of wooden sleepers, as I imagine even pressure treated wood would rot pretty quickly if it's sitting in water for 6 months of the year. I also saw a nice idea of including seating on the wall, so I could put that on the patio side of the wall, and if we had people over, there would be extra seating if we needed it. But I don't know if that's making things more complicated than they need to be, and really for the moment it's just lots of ideas and thinking out loud. As we're coming up to a year of recording the garden, I want to take a minute or two to reflect on the big things that have worked in the garden over the past year and what hasn't worked so much. In terms of what worked, firstly was removing the garden room. Although it was a nice idea and it seemed a pity to dismantle it because it was still in relatively good condition, we didn't use it, so to me it was dead space that could be used differently. And I feel in a small garden, efficient use of space is important, so I'm glad we actually got rid of it because the garden feels so much bigger now. Next was the tomato plants and the potatoes we planted. I don't have much experience in growing vegetables at all, so for me these were very exciting ventures, and they were actually very successful and made me want to do more, which I hope will happen now with the greenhouse coming soon. Next was the cosmos plants. These were very much an impulse decision, but one that paid off so well. I started them quite late, but they flowered from August until November. And I think this year I will sow one lot early and another later so that I will have them all summer. Lastly was the Nigella. They seemed to be a bit of a non-runner at the start, but actually came on so well. And I really hope will spread this year and create some more beautiful ground cover. What hasn't worked this past year is trying to solve the drainage issue. At the start, I optimistically thought it was something we could fix. We installed a French drain, and then when that didn't work, we drilled very deep holes into the ground, and we cultivated the soil a lot and even used a rotavator, which in hindsight wasn't a good thing to do with clay soil, according to a video I saw recently, which I've linked below. This is because of the soil structure of clay, and rotavating it basically creates a solid layer of material called a pan, where water and plant roots and things like this basically can't break through this solid layer, and just creates a lot of waterlogging. And basically all of our efforts led to no improvement at all, as all winter long, anytime it rained, the ground became totally waterlogged. So that's all I have for this month. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.